Scorpio, Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to your weekly quick read for the week beginning February the 15th. Another intense, I don't want to use the word intense. Another significant week of transits up there in the cosmic skies. Straight after that new moon in Aquarius, we still have that stellium of Aquarius placements happening. We have a significant square energy which does set the tone for the remainder of the year, Scorpio. Okay, this is the first of 3 squares between Saturn and Uranus, which is creating this mirror-like energy. Okay, so obviously Aquarius is not necessarily at home in Saturn. Saturn is not necessarily at home in Aquarius. Same too with Taurus, with Uranus being in Taurus. It's not necessarily at home there. There's sort of like this mirroring energy that's going on, okay? So we notice that as energetic disturbances. We notice that as inner frustrations. We notice that as a strong awareness of a desire for change, but that humanness of perhaps not acting on that in straight away. The beauty of square energy thus is when we know in ourselves we have awakened to an aha moment that a change needs to happen, and yes, I can start to gestate that plan in my mind. We're very human though, yeah, Scorp. We know I'll just deal with it. You know, I'll make that decision when I have to, and it's not until life sort of goes, aha, you are on the edge of the cliff now, Scorpio. You must make this decision now, and that often is because we can't ignore this thing anymore. AKA square energy. It is front and center. It's right there. Interestingly, I have noticed all of the zodiacs are really vibing some high vibrational tarot cards, but I'm not necessarily sensing intuitively the energy when I'm picking up and connecting into the souls. It's almost like it is a surprise. So it's interesting, like, I don't know, I wouldn't say that I've experienced this before when I've connected into collective energy. Maybe we feel the inner tensions. Maybe that looks like turmoil, okay? That ultimately creates an unplugging system to unlock a better opportunity, okay? So that could be relevant too. I might write that in the write-up when it comes to the weekly reads. Enough about that, Scorpio. This square energy, and then we obviously have the sun moving into Pisces, Mercury going direct, so there's this ebb and flow. We have some squares with, conjunctions with Mars and Venus as well. Squares, I should say. So it happens in love and connections. We will notice like this up and down energy, progression, no progress, fights, perhaps arguments, and then this beautiful peace. So just be mindful of how odd this energy can feel, because I'm feeling it intuitively as well in many ways. Alrighty, you guys, my lovely Scorps, are activating 4th and 7th house energy, home, marriage, commitment. Maybe that is on your mind this week. Certainly this square, okay, and it happens 3 times this year, so this is a bigger story, a bigger theme as far as what 4th house energies are able to access for you, okay, when it comes to defining home and hearth, when it comes to returning to your childhood, how you develop patterning, okay, my lovely Scorpio. When it comes to all kinds of partnerships, the 7th house does rule partnerships. It rules not just marriage, but our business partnerships too. I could certainly be connecting into Scorpios that are balancing their home duties with business partnership, business. I could certainly be connecting into Scorpios that are going through sort of marriage stuff or changes within the home, okay, where issues are being addressed that can't be ignored anymore, but watch the high vibrational stuff happen. There's a very big focus for you guys, Scorp, in 4th house energies, home and hearth, back to childhood, anything that makes you feel at home, and partnerships in the 7th, okay, as far as choosing partnerships that reflect that to you too. Alrighty, so with all this Aquarius stellium in your 4th house, you sort of can't get away from that concept, and it's very much what needs to be shifted and changed in the home. What makes me feel at home? Feeling at home in myself again because of significant partnerships in my life. Take it however it resonates. Underneath the deck, my friend, you have the 8 of Swords. Perhaps there's a bigger story here about fear when it comes to 4 of Wands energy. Look at, that's literally 4th house. Where were you a prisoner of your own mind when it come to your house, when it come to home and hearth, when it come to this concept of the 2 eyes, the 2 arms, the 4 walls I want to call home? Okay, I do see here you're very much in your head, or you have been in your head. I want to rewind the clock back to April last year into August last year. August last year was significant, August, September, as far as feeling confident in self. Wow. And you know what? It was about balancing the scales. Oh, again, rewind the clock back to last year. You had to balance the scales when it come to fourth house energy in order for you to evolve into your inner empress, male or female Scorpio, because the Nine of Coins is the pre-empress to the empress. Okay, look, literally. Okay, look at that. It's about self-sufficiency. Like the empress doesn't need anyone, but then how can I sort of process and hold space for that energy where I'm like, I don't need anyone, I'm a single independent woman, I'm just using this as an example, but I do want to share my home, my life with someone. Yeah, I'm in something had to balance when it came to my fears. How was it in my head? Maybe there was something here that was a little bit unseen, as far as not strongly connected into your intuition, that you were, this is all last year, I'm feeling, in many ways. Okay, so let's go back to this year. Okay, there was something here about shifting out of your mind, out of your mind's perceptions when it came to your house. You could literally, or home themes, your fourth house themes, you could literally to be a prisoner of your mind when it comes to how beliefs and stuff were developed in childhood. Okay, is what I do want to say. You could literally be upping your mind about your housing situation. Take this practically, take it spiritually, take it however it resonates. I do want to look at a gestational energy. You've got a couple of eights now. Interesting. What is the infinite looping as far as feeling overwhelmed in your emotions rather than listening to your intuition, is what I do want to say. Okay, this is a gestational energy as far as the square energy, where there is a square happening between Saturn and Uranus. It happens 3 times this year, so there's an invitation here to finally walk away, but yet emotionally feeling overwhelmed as far as your obligation. And I see here many Scorpios. Look, this could be connected to needing to move out of house. This could be about family relationships. This could be about significant relationships that used to make me feel at home. My role as a mother, okay, take it however it resonates, feeling obligated so that I'm in my head. Okay, interesting. In the recent past, there was an invitation into your wisdom, into temple, as far as removing yourself from a circumstance, as far as removing yourself from your thoughts that perhaps needed to be upgraded, needed to be evolved, thanks to all of this Aquarian energy. I want to take you back to last September as far as it's significant. It was significant, okay? August, September last year was significant. Where did you have an aha moment? Where did you sort of needed to just focus on one area of your life? Because see how the Hermit, his lantern only sort of lights that. He's not worried about the next 100, the next 200 steps. He's only worried about the next one. Where have you sort of extended your energy, Scorpio, thinking about what if I do this and I do this, it's going to impact them, and if I make this decision, that's where I feel ultimately leads you to this, okay? Maybe this is sort of still at play. There's something here, Scorpio, you are going to have to emotionally walk away from on one level or another, okay, in order to clearly see what opportunity is right for you. Because I can interpret this, if I don't walk away, I'm going to continue to feel emotionally overwhelmed. If I do walk away, I'm suddenly going to get clear in my emotions with how many options I do have, is the other interpretation of this coin. There's a bigger story here though. I think you guys will be working with this square energy, Scorpio, all year. Okay, July and August feels significant. Again, into September this year is significant. And I want you guys, I know like we can't press fast forward, but if you sort of do a rewind, by the time you get to August, September this year, you do a rewind to August, September last year, there's a bigger wisdom story here about what wisdom classroom sort of you were extracting from, is what I do want to say. Okay, so I just want to reiterate, going into temple, connecting into your inner hermit, okay? Removing yourself from the situation, perhaps walking away, figuratively speaking, or practically speaking, emotionally walking away from something that used to make you feel emotionally overwhelmed and up in your head, okay? I feel like in many ways it's about removing yourself from your role in the home, your role as the Empress. It's connected to these themes. In removing myself, in pulling myself away, I suddenly see clearly the emotions, or understand them clearly, I should say, and see how many options I do have, okay? The scales balance then, is what I do want to say. Smithsonite has shown up for you today, Scorp, all right? Smithsonite is very much about soothing, nurturing, and acceptance. The key energies of this stone are soothing and nurturing. Its deep healing qualities reach back into our childhood and authenticate our emotional attachment while gently encouraging us to release the trauma. It effectively heals the inner child and working slowly with love to bring us back to a sense of peace and tranquility. It works in harmony with other stones to shine the light of consciousness that holds us to the past and aids us in letting go. Drawing this card signifies the need to look closely at your behavior, what is being drawn unconsciously from outdated childhood patterns. Okay, again, it's connected to emotions, it's connected to thoughts, it's connected to emotional overwhelm and not seeing clearly what is right for us. It's about balancing the scales, okay, as well. It's about not trusting intuition, it's about trust in general, the issue of trust. It's about balancing the scale so that we can experience peace. Okay, there's a bigger story at play, all right? So notice how this is affecting perhaps fourth house themes, Scorpio, home and hearth, childhood certainly, and also seventh house, partnerships, business, marriage, important contracts, okay? How I partner with the mirror. Alrighty, that was your quick read for February 15th, the week of February 15th. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, Scorpio, you can do so by heading above to the Indigo Ascension shop link. And by all means, if you are watching this on YouTube, please do like, share, subscribe. And of course, let your other empath and intuitive friends know where to find the channel. Have an amazing week. Until next time, take care.